what I feel coming through is I'm hearing the words mediation, peace offering, as well as, damage control. So those are the three key words that I'm hearing. And I feel that a lot of you are literally bringing some insights, providing some insights, or, providing some type of an impetus for other people to do some healing. Okay, so a lot of you might be in a field of therapy. A lot of you might be consultants, and you're providing valuable advice to help people out of a very tenuous situation that they are in. What I do sense as well is, for those of you in that type of a capacity, in your work environment, there's a little bit of chaos, reshuffling. I feel personnel changes, reshuffling things, from the top down. And I feel like new procedures are implemented, new ways of doing are being implemented. And I feel like there's overall a general energy of discord in your current work environment. A lot of you are not going to stay here long. I do see some shifts when it comes to career, some bigger shifts when it comes to increasing your income generating potential, as well as movement away from one troublesome, conflict ridden work environment into another that is going to be very stable for you. So I feel that, the transition is happening where you are working in some type of an institutional setting. So it could be dealing with, the institution of family, or state institutions, or governmental institutions. So you're moving up, and I feel that you are going to a place where there's a lot more colleagues, more employees, and the work environment is a lot more structured, organized, and just, a little bit more predictable. And just organized to the point where you find it easier to do your work. Okay, so that's what's coming through. What I also feel is, for some of you in the recent past, there might have been a new job offer on the table, and I feel a lot of you have, the job itself has, there were a lot of people applying for that job, and I feel that, you had something that, they feel is a very, very valuable asset, and I feel a lot of you are chosen for the position. And I do see some shifts and movement happening this month, for the next 2 weeks at least. I feel that the environment that you're going to be working in, you're dealing with some energy where it pertains to like depression, isolation. It pertains to like, people who are not thinking at their best capacity. So it's sort of like, they know right from wrong, but I feel like based on their upbringing, based on their the environment, I feel that they're very constrained when it comes to the decisions that they make. So they might not make the best decisions given everything that they know. They seem to me to be very intelligent people, but they're definitely constrained when it comes to their ability to act freely. I feel that you're going to provide some insights, into this situation for those people. And I feel that it's going to be a very, very good therapeutic healing process for a lot of them. Okay. I feel for some of you, this might even be family members, where family members are just like operating from a very low vibrational space. They make decisions that you feel like, well, if you had done this, it would have turned out better. So I feel like, you're giving them some advice, you're giving them some solid, heartfelt advice. And I feel conversations coming in from the heart in order to like, allow some type of a rude awakening, or some type of a special insight, so that the other person knows, their understands more, understands their motives, and understand, what's the best decision that they need to make despite these constraints. So you're kind of like uplifting people to figure out, here are the things that you've been doing, and here's my advice. So I feel like a lot of you are giving people advice, constructive criticism even, and I feel it's going to be very fruitful. It's going to really be helpful for them to move on with their lives, okay, and make better decisions. What I'm also feeling is that financially, I don't know why, your career sector looks very good, but I feel that financially, for the past 2 months, things have been kind of like chaotic. I feel for the next 2 weeks, things are really going to start to stabilize. You are getting a firmer grip on your financial situation. There aren't a lot of expenditures anymore. So I feel like you're, really sitting down and figuring out, what's coming in, what's leaving, and why am I not making any, traction when it comes to my savings. So I definitely feel this energy is going to be alleviated for the next 2 months. And I do feel in the springtime, they're saying like in the April timeframe, things are going to look really, really good for you professionally and even financially. Okay. I feel like a lot of you are going to have a hefty sum saved up in your savings account by the springtime, and it's going to be phenomenally good, where you can take that vacation, where you can purchase that property, where you can make some solid investments as well. I don't see movement happening so much for for the next 4 months, but they're saying by the springtime things are going to look really good financially and professionally. I do feel that you have some speaking engagements that are coming through. I don't feel it's this year. I feel it's going to be sometime next year, especially the first quarter. So springtime once again. You definitely should go to it, and I feel like whatever you're thinking about, presenting at that later date, I do see there's a complete total turnaround. You're going to redo that speech, you're going to rewrite, you're going to rearrange the presentation. So whatever you're thinking about right now, it's not going to be the same way. It's going to transform drastically come the beginning of next year. Let me see what else is coming through. I do see vacations being planned. Springtime comes up very strongly for a lot of you. The other thing that is coming through as well is on the family front. So we have the Hierophant showing up, and usually I think of this as the marriage card or the family card. And I feel like it pertains to family members. Um, a lot of you might have, elderly parents and people in your family that might need your help. And I feel in the past you have always, always helped them. And I feel that they might have taken that for granted, and they might have you help them out of the kindness of your heart, because you know that you can help, and because it's just, if you help them, then at least you know that whatever they need help with is going to be done right. And I feel over time they might have relied on you heavily as a crutch. Okay. And I feel that a little bit of like loving detachment is coming through for the next 2 weeks, where you are going to have to take a step back and allow other people to kind of like figure things out on their own, mainly because you feel like you have enabled them in the past by always being so eager to come to their rescue whenever things go wrong, and it takes away their ability to be accountable for their own actions. So I feel like this tough love thing is coming through in the picture. What's also coming through as well is I do feel you like you might have played mediator in some type of disputes between family members. You might have to like come in with your expertise or be the voice of reason in some type of a family dispute, or situations where people are just like not able to compromise or reach a peace agreement. So I feel that coming through. It's for the next 2 weeks, honestly, I feel like other people are bringing you problems. I feel like you're not the one that is, trekking to bring these problems to other people, but I feel like you're doing a lot of damage control, is what I'm sensing. For those of you who are in stable relationships, with the Hierophant, it indicates a lot of stability. What I feel is there might have been a time where your significant other might have been really busy, or they might have been unemployed, and I feel like you've helped them greatly. And then I feel like there might have been a reversal, where you might have been unemployed, or you might have hit some hard financial times, and your partner is really starting, stepped up and really helped you. So I feel like for those in stable relationships, there's this sense of like knowing where you stand with one another, and one person always stepping up, or the other person always stepping up when things get rough. So I do see a really beautiful, balancing of that karmic scale within existing relationships. It's really, really it just looks really nice, especially for those who are coupled. For those who are single, I do feel, some of you are dealing with another earth sign, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Others of you are dealing with a water sign, a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio. I do feel there are creative differences coming through with the earth sign. In terms of the water sign, I do sense that, like, there's a lot of stability. There's a lot of like romance associated with this water sign. So things are looking very good for all of you. For most of you, at least, I'm seeing from this spread, especially on the romantic sector. But I feel like, people around you, overall work, family situations, I feel that you're doing a lot more damage control. Okay.